Enter your text here to convert text to speech now. Introduction, 4th Jaturaphum. The city. Skyline glittered beneath the night, a sea of neon lights stretching to the horizon. From the top floor of the Jaturaphum corporate tower, the world looked small, exactly how 4th Jaturaphum preferred it. He stood by the floor-to-ceiling window, hands tucked casually in his pockets, the glow of the city reflecting in his sharp, obsidian eyes. The faint hum of Thailand below couldn't drown out the cold stillness of the office around him. Not a single paper out of place, not a sound, except the ticking of his luxury watch. At just 35, 4th is the wolf everyone feared to cross. A man whose charm could turn into venom without warning. The tabloids called him the cold prince of business. Investors whispered that he could make empires rise or collapse with a single phone call. To his competitors, he wasn't just a rival, he was the executioner waiting in the shadows. Deals didn't interest him. Control did. Power did. People were pieces on his board. Easily moved, easily discarded. Dr. Beam Brahmi. Hospitals were supposed to feel cold, all white. Walls, sterile air, and the faint smell of antiseptic. Yet somehow, whenever Dr. Beam Brahmi walked down the corridor, the place seemed to warm up. At 28, Beam was the kind of doctor patients trusted instantly. Maybe it was the easy smile that never seemed to leave his face, the way his messy brown hair fell just enough over his forehead, or the calm confidence in his deep brown eyes that made even the most anxious families relax. Beam didn't just treat patients, he talked to them, listened to their worries, cracked a joke when tension was too high, and offered comfort that felt genuine. Nurses adored him. Patients requested him, and even the grumpiest senior doctors found it hard to stay annoyed when he flashed that disarming grin. But behind the easygoing exterior, Beam carried a sharp mind and an unshakable determination. In the ER, he could switch from warm and gentle to razor-focused in seconds, his hands steady, his commands clear. Saving lives wasn't just a job. It was a responsibility he bore with pride. Lam and Park. Not many people could say they were close to 4th Jaturaphum, not truly. Most were business associates, rivals, or people too intimidated to get past his cold exterior. But Lam Wongchai. He had known 4th since they were teenagers, back when 4th was just a sharp-eyed hare, learning to hide his emotions behind a smirk. Lam, the same age as 4th, had always been his opposite, laid back, charming, and a natural mediator who could talk his way out of any situation. While 4th ruled the boardroom with fear and precision, Lam's talent lay in smooth negotiations and making impossible deals happen without drawing blood. Then there was Park, the unexpected variable. Park had stumbled into their lives years ago during a night that still made Lam shiver when he thought about it. An unfortunate incident, a moment where Park nearly lost everything, and where 4th and Lam had stepped in, pulling him out of a situation that could have destroyed him. From that night, Park's life had intertwined with theirs. Quiet, but razor-sharp, Park had a mind for numbers and strategy that rivaled even 4th's. Beneath his composed demeanor, though, there was a quiet warmth, one that had drawn Lam to him like gravity. What started as gratitude turned into something deeper, something neither of them had planned. If 4th Jaturaphum was the storm everyone feared, Max Ratanakosin was the shadow that followed it. Unlike 4th, Max didn't grow up under the bright lights of Thailand's high society. Born and raised overseas, Max, blood cousin to Park, was the black sheep of their influential family, whispered about at formal dinners for his ruthless efficiency and the trail of silence he left behind in the underground world, where Park used his sharp mind to keep their legitimate empire thriving. Max dealt in the kinds of businesses no one dared put on paper: information networks, covert negotiations, deals that never saw the light of day. And wherever Max went, Tull was never far behind. Tull, his partner in every sense, was as unpredictable as Max was methodical. A former underground fighter turned strategist, Tull had a quiet intensity about him, the kind that made people listen even when he said nothing. Together, they were a perfect balance: Max, the calculating wolf, and Tull, the silent blade that struck when words failed. Their bond went beyond love. It was survival forged through years in a world where trust could get you killed. Tull had been Max's lifeline more than once, dragging him out of ambushes and betrayals that would have ended anyone else. Now, they weren't just lovers, they were inseparable, their loyalty to each other absolute. The heir to a corporate empire suddenly became guardian, mentor, and protector, raising the two boys as if they were his own younger brothers. Ming, the older of the two at 24, had inherited the Jaturaphum confidence. Tall and athletic, with a sharp tongue and an unshakable loyalty to Fourth, he had quickly adapted to the business world, working closely with Lam to learn negotiation and management. To the outside world, Ming was the charming younger Jaturaphum, always seen with a teasing grin and quick wit, but those close to him knew he would risk everything for his family without a second thought. Wayo, on the other hand, was the light to their storm. At 21, he still carried a boyish innocence despite the luxuries and dangers surrounding him. Soft-spoken and gentle, Wayo had a warmth that drew people in naturally. While Ming had thrown himself into the family business, Wayo focused on his studies and quietly nurtured dreams of becoming a pediatrician, a dream Fourth supported wholeheartedly, despite the danger of keeping someone so precious in a world filled with shadows and power plays. Dr. Fana and Kit. Dr. Fana, at 30, is known for his calm, disciplined nature and his reputation as one of the hospital's most reliable surgeons. Though outwardly composed and strict, those who know him see his softer side, especially toward Beam, the younger cousin he practically raised like a son after Beam's mother left. Kit, their childhood best friend, is the easygoing balance between Fana's seriousness and Beam's playful charm. Friendly, witty, and dependable, Kit has been by their side since they were kids, growing up almost like a brother to them. Together, Fana and Kit often act as Beam's anchors, keeping him grounded when his impulsive nature or stubborn pride threatens to pull him into trouble. Enter your text here to convert text to SPI. B-Bomb Wong Chai, Lam's older brother, serves as Fourth Jaturaphum's sharp and relentless attorney. Calm, calculating, and precise, B-Bomb is the one who cleans up the chaos Fourth's business battles sometimes leave behind. With a reputation for never losing a case, he's as feared in the courtroom as Fourth is in the boardroom. His personal life, however, ties him even closer to the Jaturaphum family. B-Bomb's longtime boyfriend, Jin, is Fourth's cousin from another uncle. Unlike B-Bomb's cold precision, Jin is creative and warm, working as a talented architect whose designs often become the face of the Jaturaphum Empire's most ambitious projects. Though B-Bomb and Jin move in a world filled with high stakes and shadows, their bond is one of the rare softer connections in the circle surrounding Fourth, a relationship that balances the relentless pace of their professional lives with genuine love and stability. Ch.